Get the music going. Get the shares going. Okay. And then I'm just gonna like hop in. I don't need streamer mode. I like to live dangerously. Actually, maybe I do need streamer mode. Hang on, come back. Okay. So, I might need to turn down the music a bit more. That's might be a bit too much. Is this good? Yeah, I'd say that's good. So, I haven't done much since the last time I've streamed. But what I have done is very interesting. So, you might notice gravity is working in a different direction. And if I press this button, it changes the gravity. I currently have it in a clockwise gravity. I had it counterclockwise earlier. That wasn't as good. Yeah, it's just gonna be in this like weird loop. Yeah, what if I go in, close this, go in and change the tile map. Pop. I'm just trying to design like a good test stage for gravity interactions. But then the problem is that it does not like the grid. Ooh, floating. I have gone and misaligned it. And then I can just like, oh yeah, the real fun happens when I like bring it out here, and then I just like let it go, and then it does all sorts of crazy things. I've been pinged. Oof. Hang on. Urgent Splatoon 3 thing that needs to be attended to. That's what I was doing instead of streaming on Wednesday. I know, I'm horrible. Yeah. Just like... do that. Okay. So I have set aside a few goals for this session. I want the gravity change to operate like player movement. But the thing is, the way that we coded it makes it so that if I try to implement it the same way, it won't work. Because right now, the tween end, which is ideally when the input should be parsed, the tween end calls check fall, which could make the box move. So if I try aligning it at the same time I check fall, maybe that'll work. I could just copy this. Func align. Then we go to the tween signals. Then on tween all completed. This might only make it worse. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting how that, like, does that. Oh, I think what it's doing is it's, like, correcting for... What is this? Oh, okay. What I think it's doing is it's correcting for what, the action would be if the tween had properly finished. So that's insightful. Unless, there are parts you can do one in midair, but if you do two in midair, well, I broke it. It's kind of in the corner. It isn't supposed to be. All right. Well, I think that's a decent, quick and dirty solution. I don't think I'm going to be using it like that much because each box is going to have its own separate gravity. So, like, I'm thinking max 2. One thing we do need to do is indicate... Okay. Okay, what if I made it so that gravity only changed when the player was next to the box? I guess not vector would be like everything that's not just like the tiny raycast. Maybe I could make a few more raycasts to determine whether the player is near. Okay. Let's make a few more rays on this box. Recast 2D. Player check. Player check east. Player check south. This is very scuffed. Player check S is in the right direction, I'd say. I could have one that just like spins. That just like spins around checking for players. But I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good design. Player check E. And then finally, no. Player.
Good evening.
Hello. That scared me a bit. I am currently implementing a scuffed
Give me a sec.
solution. I feel. Please tell me that there is a better way to do this. Also, let me stream this to here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Please
I
tell
assume
me.
you could hear me before.
Yes.
Okay. Sweet.
Please tell me there's a better way to do this. I am currently casting 4 separate rays to check if the player is nearby.
Okay.
Is-
I mean, that makes sense. I don't think they all have to be separate variables. Like, you could do it in a loop or something, but...
A loop? Like a loop of just one ray that goes...
Mm-hmm. I don't know which would be faster, necessarily.
Because, like, I feel... it's the difference between having 4 objects and that only execute instructions when a player's nearby versus having one object that executes instructions all the time.
Right. I mean, this would work, frankly.
Okay.
Like, you could maybe put them in array if you wanted to be fancy.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Well, the what is it? This part on the left, it doesn't really let you array, I don't think.
oh, right.
Yeah.
You would have to like create the array and then inside your ready function, put them all together. But no, I think it's fine to do them separately too.
Okay.
Do you need to eventually like figure out which direction it is? Because that would help. Having them all separate like that, I mean.
Like, figure out which direction the player is in? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I think having them separate is simple enough. Should
Or
do the job.
I'm just like, here's what I'm checking, right? I want the player to only be able to change the box's gravity when they are next to the box.
Okay. So, like the player is going to press a button?
Yes, the player is going to press a button.
Okay. I think it might make sense to have the player check instead. Like have the player call a function and like find all the boxes that the player is next to, and then like
Oh,
do it
so
that way.
okay. I'm braining right now. So when the player like executes the check for boxes, they'll do
Mm-hmm.
like a Zelda spin move to on the
Yeah, basically.
it's all like invisible.
Uh-huh. Invisible sword spin.
Invisible sword spin. That's the funniest kind of sword spin. Okay. Because I can use like the player's raycast for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should work. And then do the
Okay.
same thing of just multiplying by tile size and the different directions.
So right now I have uh change gravy, of course,
Uh-huh. Good function naming.
and then so I'll just do that in here. I can do this like above the movement input, and nothing bad will happen.
Um, Theoretically.
Okay.
I don't
If
know how all your code is laid out, but maybe.
event dot action, no, is action press. If event dot is action pressed, change gravy. Checkboxes. And then func checkboxes. This is so scuffed. I'm using camel case in a snake case in the snake case game engine.
Yeah, it does get confusing if you mix them around. That's why I've kind of transitioned to the other, but doesn't really matter.
Hello, other person. Or no? I guess not. You were just eating something. I thought that was I thought that was someone
Oh,
else.
nope.
Or something was happening on your end.
I'm just clicking my mouse, I think. I'm attempting to
No, that makes
game
sense.
develop at the same time.
Right. Cause you have space golf.
I have Space Golf. Currently, I'm just adding fonts, but
That's an important part.
well, you saw how unreadable the text was before, and now I'm trying to like make it full screen and just make it higher resolution, and so the fonts got even smaller.
Check boxes. Because I don't want to have the player face multiple directions. Here's the weird part, right? It's not a top-down Sokoban game. It's a 2D Sokoban game, 2D side-scrolling Sokoban game. But you can move anywhere in the air.
I mean,
I
sounds exciting.
yeah.
I'm here to tune into the stream while I make
Yeah.
a third level.
Oh yeah, your game was very interesting.
Thanks. I've been known to make astonishing pieces of art. Especially bawling over it with Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
I
was
need I
pretty
need to
great.
bone up on my game jam lore.
It was just a game I put together. The mechanic was spinning, so I made an uncontrollable spinning arrow that decided where you jump, and then the only button was jump.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also a really bouncy ball, so every
Oh.
time you jump and you hit something, you bounce where you don't want to be,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a really frustrating, impossible to win game.
Mhm.
Well, unless you're good like me.
Mm-hmm.
I was not good.
No one also beat my spider boss in Guy with an absurdly powerful rocket launcher. I had a spider boss that spawned in after 5 minutes of gameplay.
A giant enemy spider.
He was like big. He was like twice as big as the normal enemies were.
Mm-hmm.
He really wasn't that intimidating. He was more like a support boss. He spawned a lot of goop that slowed you down if you walked on it.
Yeah. Right. Checkboxes. Okay.
So what's the goal for tonight? What are you trying to get to work?
The goal for tonight is handle the gravity input similar to player movement to prevent misalignment. I'm doing that by making it so that the player can only change the box's gravity when they are next to it. Then I'm going to create a button object that determines if the box is on it. I'm going to create a door that reacts to the button. And I want to switch to a different scene when the player reaches the door.
Yeah, I guess signals are gonna have how you connect like the button to the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if signals have an inspector view like they do in Unity, where you can like drag and drop functions onto them. But if you can, it's quite convenient.
You kind of like right click on it and then select the function. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Close enough. So. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. It's not too difficult to figure out that part.
Me and David also collabed on the greatest. I don't really know what type of genre I would call it for a game.
It was
mobile puzzle game, but it really wasn't a puzzle. It was more like a high score, try to beat it quick thing, not like actually hard, because you could just mash buttons eventually.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it was a game where you had to hit every square on a grid, but you couldn't run into cats. Cats would be bad.
Oh yeah, you can't vacuum up a cat. That would
wake it up, and that's not good. I can't believe that did not get us any placement. I thought the game was
I thought
good.
we'd get something.
Although I don't think they were looking for games. Everything else was like a self-help app, and then we had a game where you played as a vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty great though.
It was a great game. Great game.
Breaking
game
out
ever.
of a for loop probably isn't the best.
I'll be right back. Good luck on the progress.
Don't let anyone hold you down. You can break out of a for loop.
Okay, yeah. Okay, but I'd have to have what is it? An array of directions, but I have directions right here. How do I call this? How do I call these vector to right, left, up, down?
That's like a dictionary. So you could say inputs and then index it at player right, player left.
Okay.
I
want to
so
run a
you
for
just
loop.
want to so you want to just loop over them basically?
Yeah, I want to loop over right, left, up, and down, those vector 2. There is for dir and inputs keys, but I think that's it's weird.
That'll get you the key value.
The key.
It'll get you the string player right, player left.
Oh, okay.
I think there might be a values. Yeah, you can do dot values to get the actual vectors.
Okay. For j in for cardinal in inputs dot values. Ray dot cast to equals cardinal times tile size if ray dot get collider dot is in group pushable. I might tweak that to like when I mess around with the gravity of the boxes.
That'll get you one of the boxes anyway.
We're gonna get collider dot is in group pushable. Then we would run. Would it run should I run a different function or should I pass a signal to the box? Because all that would be in the other function I would create is the signal.
I'm back. Time to watch more coding.
Okay, so how do you make a signal of your own? Is it just like...
So it's like declaring a variable. You would just say the word signal and then give it a name.
Signal.
Oh, so, okay.
Oh, I need to declare it.
So you're just trying to call a function in the box, right? You don't have to use a whole signal for that.
Oh, okay.
So what you can do is just get a reference to the box and say box dot do thing. So for example, you have ray dot get collider. That's going to give you a reference to whatever box you just hit.
Ray dot get. That's right. We went over this before. Dot.
Yep.
And then we would call cycle graph.
Okay.
Ray dot get collider cycle graph break.
I should leave the call to record some more voice lines. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
But, you
yeah.
know, being a
Good luck on your
professional
voice
actor-
lines.
Yeah, being a professional voice actor, you know, has its perks.
Lots of work.
I'm
I-
busy.
Sure.
Okay, jeez. Right. Ray dot get collider cycle graph break. Okay. So then, when I do this, I have crashed the game.
It happens. Oh, you need to... Okay, first you need to update the raycast, actually, but then you need to make sure it's not null before you check it. So after you do the ray.cast2, you have to do forecast update,
Right.
just like before. And then you want to check first if ray.is colliding. And then you can check what the collider is.
Okay, yeah. So we can stop that, and then we can start this. And now, hey, I still have the code in the. Okay, wait. I still have the code in the box that calls cyclegraph. Let's just let's just delete that whole thing. Okay. And then I could do this. Now, it doesn't work if I'm not next to it, but when I am next to it... Oh! Right. It doesn't call check fall. That's on me. Right. So now when I do it, I do this, and it goes as normal. Huh? Pretty cool. And then I double tap it, and it misaligns it. No, and it aligns itself again, because I am program. Boop. Wacky things happen. Okay, wait. I need to attach that to the. It should. If can move. Check boxes. Oh, wait. Is buff input? Okay, buff input is only for that. So, I think... Okay. I can still double tap. That's weird. Oh, did I save it? I think I did. I think it auto-saves when I...
Yeah, whenever you run it, it'll autosave.
Okay, that's weird, though. Why is it still having issues with... Oh, because I'm not tweening is the thing. I'm not tweening when I do that. The box is tweening. So should I have a thing to where if the box is tweening... I should have a box can move, right? But then that'd be a third thing that on tween all completed is tracking. Okay, so then we have can move is true. Check the chat. Among Us, indeed. It's still open. Should not be. Var can move. If can move. Bump, 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 bump. Okay, so that's for move tween. And then we do the same this. So now I have can move for the box. And now if I try to mash, it does not work. Game development. Okay, so that is that done. We can just boop. Now, what I can do is I need to create a button object. Break out MS Paint, or no, not MS Paint. We need something with transparency layers. Open, no, new 32 by 32. Go all the way in here. It's going to be a big red switch. Doesn't take up too much space. That should be good.
Yeah, probably.
And then the box will like go over it, so I don't need to make a different. Then we can do this. File save as. You guys can't see this process, but I'm definitely doing things. Guy from Ace Attorney. PNG. Okay. So now we have a button graphic. So what would I add? Because the arrows check for collision with an area 2D. It could just be a sprite that like has a script attached to it, yeah? Or does that only work with area 2D?
It'd be easier to make it an area. The switch that's detecting boxes, right?
I guess I could make the collision shape non-existent.
I would use an area with a collision shape so that you can detect when the box hits it. And then you can just tell the arrows to ignore it if you need to.
Okay. 2D collision shape 2D, or I could make it so that the arrows never intersect the collision shape.
Yes. I think it's easier to just let the arrow hit it and then filter it out afterwards. Like you're already checking if whatever you hit is in the pushable group.
Right.
So if you just don't put it into the pushable group, you should be fine.
Shape rectangle. I don't know where this is. It's over here. All right. And then get a sprite. Texture. We load button. Oh no, I have made it the exact color of the background. No, it's slightly different. It's still confusing though.
I think it's visible enough.
Yeah. So then we have button. I cannot move into button. So what I do is I like parse out the button in the collision checks for both the box and the player.
You can. I mean, yeah, basically. You could put it into a new group called switches or something. And then
Forgot how to
the
make a
player
group.
won't be able to move it, and the box just needs to know that it can fall through it.
How do you make a group again? I'm bad.
It's in the inspector, and then
Inspector.
you click on the node tab, and then groups.
That's area 2D. Wait, no, that should be where the groups are. Editor description, pause mode, process priority.
Click on the node tab at the top.
That tab, okay.
Yep. And then groups.
Switches. Right. So then, is my game still open? Yeah, it's obscuring. So I have switches. No, it's in that group. And then I parse out switches in both.
Yes.
Okay.
If it makes a difference.
Mhm. I am interested to see what coding like this.
That should work. Now, is the player going to be able to walk onto the switches?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I don't think you actually need to do anything here.
Oh?
Because if it's pushable, you want to push it. Otherwise, you'll just move like it was an empty space.
Okay, but I don't want to hit walls.
Right. How are you checking for walls now, actually?
Elif ray.is colliding do nothing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would say...
And
Yeah, you can filter out the
ray dot,
switches group.
and not ray dot get collider is in group switches. But then I'm predicting something will happen that I will not like. Let's just see how it works. So this is in switches, and I can enter it and exit it just fine. It is layered over the player, which I don't like. And then I can move into a wall when I am next to a switch. That is exactly what I thought would happen. Because the ray collides with the switch box.
Oh, right.
And it's like,
While you're
everything's
inside
okay.
it.
Time to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't think of that. What you could do instead then is adjust the collision layer, which is a little bit complicated, but not too bad.
Okay.
So if you click on the area, I think the area itself, there is
Collision.
a section, collision layer and collision mask. So right now everything is in layer 1.
Yes.
And there are 32 of these that you can play with. What you can do is put the switch in. Let me think. These always confuse me a bit as well.
If I put it in a different layer.
Yeah, basically, like you could put it in layer 2, and then the raycast, I think by default, wouldn't collide with it.
Which I guess is good for the player, but not good for the box.
Right. So then you need to tell the box that it can collide with things in layer 2.
Oh, that's what the you can turn on multiple is for. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay. So I can give it this bit of code because it's a layer 2, and then the box can interact with layer 2.
You'll want to check the mask layer 2 also.
For both?
So it's a little bit confusing. Basically, the way it works is the layer is where that object exists, and the mask is where that object checks for collisions.
Interesting.
So I would turn on, for the box, I would turn on both 1 and 2.
Yes, I did that.
Both. Okay. Yep.
Oh, game's still open. Viewers can't see what I'm doing. So let's see here. We have custom shape 2D sprite. What was I doing? Right, the sprite. I want to make it like a different layer. How do I make the sprite on a different layer?
The sprite doesn't collide with anything.
I know, but like I want it to render behind
Oh, okay. It's the Z index.
Z index.
Bump it up to make it come forward.
Okay, I want it -1. Okay, so now when I do it, yeah, okay, it goes over.
Nice.
Excellent. It looks like the button is being pushed, which is very nice and very convenient. Saves me more sprite work. Although I will be using, like, probably a Kenny. Is there a wizard art pack?
Maybe, probably. I don't remember seeing one, but good chance.
There's a lot. All right. So now that we're done with that, I would like to have barriers. Let's see. Add a child. Area 2D. Oh, let's rename this to button. Barrier.
A
And then
barrier that you just can't.
I cannot pass through unless it is turned off.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Sunshade, make that a hitbox. I kind of want to add this to the tile map,
Okay.
which is probably a bit more
Ye-
involved and dealing
I'm
with
not
Godot
familiar with
3
time maps.
tile maps.
Yeah. You'd have to like swap it for a different tile maybe.
Mhm.
Or I don't know if you can like disable the collision on specific tiles.
Okay, I already have barrier.png. So I would select new single tile. Right. Collision mode? And then I'd have to like add a script to it.
Mm-hmm. I think you can add a script to a tile, but that's going to get pretty confusing to link to other things also.
I imagine it shouldn't be like too. Okay, I can pass through it right now. Hang on. Collision box. Save. I can still move through it. What happened? Oh no, I need to. I think, unless. Ah, all right. Going into uncharted Godot territory.
All right.
Also, how do you get rid of things that are in the tile map that you don't want?
Um, what do you mean? Like
Like,
extra?
there's this wall.png 0 that's been in the tile map since forever, and it does nothing.
Oh, in there.
Yeah.
That's a good question. The Godot tile map system is a bit confusing.
Yep.
Right click on it? That's about my only idea.
Nope.
Hmm. Is isn't there like a tile set?
Yes.
Can you
Tile
edit?
set.
Okay, click on the tile set. Don't click on the arrow. Just
Mhm.
like click on the text box area,
Yes.
and then
I
oh, is it
have.
not in there? Hmm.
Yeah. No. It's like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just kind of try not to use Godot tile sets to be honest.
That is fair. Oh no! Wait. Here we go. Selected tile. Unless I can't do anything with that. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the tile map. Buried.png2. Does this have collision? I cannot tell. Verdict, probably not. Nope. Okay. So this is barrier.png2. C index. Oh, delete. Okay, I did it. I deleted something. Okay. Well, that PNG 0, we delete this. Yes. Excellent. Okay, I figured it out.
Nice.
So we get a new single tile.
All right.
And we make it have collision. Make it have box collision. Yes. That is our new single tile. So now, if I go back to the tile map. Okay, this definitely looks like it has collision. Alright. Okay, alright, this has collision.
Sweet. Now you gotta figure out how to turn it off.
Exactly. No. I wonder. Tile set script. We can tile this. Barrier script. Nah, just barriers. Barrier.gd. Alright. So that is attached to, I believe, the specific one of the tile map. Unless this is also okay, I don't think that's too big an issue, as long as we don't accidentally turn off all of the walls.
That could be an issue.
Okay. So, no. Edit barrier. Or no, the script? Okay. So when the box is colliding with the button, that's when I can do a signal to turn off the barrier.
Right.
Okay.
So you would want a script on the switch that detects
on the switch. Okay.
That will check when the box or you could put it on the box, I guess.
I don't know. That feels weird.
No, you should put it on the switch.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So in here, what you're actually going to do is go into the node tab on the right again.
And there's nothing there.
Click on the switch or the button on the left one more time.
Oh, okay. It's in switches. Signals.
Yep. Okay. Signals, and then go to area entered, area 2D, and you'll connect that to the button itself.
Okay. To the button. We connected from and to.
Yep.
So on button entered.
So now this is when an area has entered. So what you can do is say, just like before, check if area is in group pushable to see if it's a box. And if it is, then you can send that signal to go remove the barrier.
If area dot is in group. And then signal would be...
For now, just print something to the screen.
Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now when I test it, if I enter with my player, nothing happens. If I do... Oh, no. If I do this... I am the box ghost! Okay, so that works. Right? And then if I try to move it again... Okay, I see. Now I get it back there. And it activates again. Okay, this works perfectly. No extra code necessary.
Sweet.
All right. So now what happens is funny things. So now that we've printed that, we instead replace it with... Should I attach a script to the tile map itself? Because it doesn't seem like I have done that, even though I think I've done that. Because like if I edit this, right, it's using reference the script barrier. And I don't think that is the correct way to go about this.
So that's on... Yeah, I don't think that's... I don't really remember. I've never done scripts on specific tiles before.
Well, this isn't even on the specific tile. It's on the tile map.
Right.
I have made it empty. Oh no. Load.
And that should be fine.
Or the default environment T-res.
I'm not sure why it even lets you choose that. That's not a script.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
And it does? What have I done? I've gone into the environment. Oh no, everything's gone wrong. Edit.
You might have to actually just like...
Empty. Okay, and then I attach script to tile map itself.
I don't know how to add it to just one tile, though.
We're about to find out. Or I could just look up tutorial. Attach script to one tile Godot.
Yeah, I'm not finding many good results.
Is it possible to attach scripts to 2D tiles? It's not possible. You cannot have a script for each tile. More stuff could eventually be added, but in truth, the idea is you should combine the tile map with instance objects, not use one or the other. Tile map is designed to draw large amounts of quads quickly, so adding more flexibility would beat the purpose. What is the problem of combining both? Okay, so we actually just need like a barrier node.
Yeah, I think that...
Okay,
I mean, obviously it will be easier, clearly, but I think even like if the tile map had a thing for specific tiles, it would just be pretty convenient to make it a separate object and link it that
how do
way.
I detach a script?
Right-click detach script.
Detach script. All right. So now we have tile map. No, we don't want that. Close that. Cancel. No, wait. Close that. Discard. All right, we don't need that. We don't need that in our lives. So we add a different node, different area 2D, using these a lot. Oh, I do need to get rid of that. Hang on. Blemish. No, wait. Oh, wait, yes. Collision shape. Sprite. I wonder if the stream music is at a good volume. Because I am playing music.
I'm not sure. I have the stream muted, and
Yeah, fair.
I don't even hear the music on stream.
Ah. Sprite, we use the advanced texture barrier.png. Is there a way to add transparency, or do I have to do that like in the texture itself? Probably in the texture itself. That won't be.
Yeah, in the
too
texture
bad.
you can add, like, just like a PNG image, you can add transparency.
Okay, wait. I forgot how to change that to 0.5. Node 2D transform scale. Ah. 0.5. 0.5. Let's see, I'm gonna like stretch it out a bit. Oh no, have I moved something I'm not supposed to? No, I'm good. Oh no. That doesn't. Alright. Scale 0.5. Then we nab the area 2D. Could extend this. I don't know if that's also extending the collision shape. It is not. We can fix that though. Okay. Then we can move this object over to here. And then we attach a script to it. Oh, I didn't give it a name. Barrier.gd. Okay. Okay. So instead of I am the box ghost, we should make a signal of sorts.
Right. So
In order to make a signal,
we might actually not need a signal for this either.
oh,
I think what would be easier is to make a reference to it in a variable, just like before, but this time not dynamically. So literally create a variable up at the top where it says declare member variables here.
at the at button.
Yep, make it an export var.
Export
Export
var. beep
barrier.
barrier equals.
It's actually not going to have a default value.
Okay.
So what you do need to do is tell Godot what type it's going to be. So add a colon, and then the type will be area 2D.
Okay.
So now if you save
Invalid
that,
export type.
can you not export that? Okay. Try node 2D.
I believe that is still the same error. Yep.
Okay.
Are signals that bad that we just don't want to touch them?
No, they're not that bad. They're just, it's a global thing, basically. Okay, actually, I think signals would work pretty well for this. So we'll go the signal route.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm bringing you along through all of my indecisive.
Yeah. No. I get it. I get it. I'm indecisive too.
So instead, go up there and make a signal for. Actually, are you in? Okay, yeah, this is the button script. So
Yeah,
create a
button.
signal.
You say it like I know how to do that.
Write the word signal, and then whatever you want the signal to be named. So just like creating a variable, except instead of var, you write signal.
Signal turn off.
Okay. And now, down inside your function, whenever you want to emit the signal, you just type emit underscore signal, and then the name of the signal. That's a function, sorry. So emit signal, open parentheses.
Right.
And then put the name in as a string.
David the Godot.
That's a lie, actually.
Exactly.
You don't put it in as a string.
You don't.
Do you? Hold on.
Let's try.
remember how
Let's try
emit
without a
signal works.
string.
No, I was helping out Michael too with his project. It's kind of fun.
The
actually, teaching
identifier
someone to
turn
know.
off isn't. I think it is a string, unless it
Okay.
isn't.
Yeah, that's right. So.
Okay,
yeah,
so
and
then
now that
it
part
emits
works.
turn
Now you
off.
just have to link it over to your barrier.
Right. And then, so it would be go to node on the button,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn off, and then we can connect that to the barrier on button turn off.
Yep. Perfect.
And then I would like to remove all collision and
All right.
and visibility.
You can set, well, self.hide will set your visibility to false, or you could say self.visible equals false.
Self.hide.
And then I think you can do like self.is monitoring or something. Okay. Click on the barrier node just to pop it up in the inspector.
What are we trying to
And
do?
then
We're trying to remove all
disable
collision.
an area. Oh, just monitoring.
Yeah.
So turn off monitoring and monitorable.
Self dot equals
Monitorable
false.
equals false. Yep.
Fun fact: you don't need the self.
Yeah,
But
you don't need that. But
It's a bit funky without the self because it's just like why. But it's a fun fact.
Okay.
there you go. So that'll turn it off. And eventually you'll need to turn it back on, which would be the opposite of that.
Okay.
But for now, you can see if this works.
All right. Open it up. Move on to here. Nothing happens. Move through here. Can't move through here. Go boop, boop. Hey, let's check it. Let's check it. I cannot move through here. Dang it! We were this close.
Oh,
Okay.
so you still can't go through the barrier after it turns off,
Nope.
even though it's invisible.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I think we did just do.
Okay.
So
Well,
self dot hide.
the
This
alternative
code
option
didn't work.
is to remove it from the collision layers that it's on.
Oh, like we changed the collision layer too, to like a different.
You
Okay.
could just turn it off when you turn the button off, and then turn it back on later. So you would set the collision layer to nothing.
Okay. I can do that. All right. So how would I code in collision layer change?
So you would say
Bit string.
self dot set collision layer bit.
Collision
Yep. And then the bit that you want to set is 0
0.
to the value of false. False. Yep. To turn it off, and then do the same thing for the mask.
Okay.
All right, let's see if that works.
All right, testing. We can go here. Bump. And hey, we can go through.
Sweet.
Nice. All right. And then the last thing I wanted to accomplish is getting a exit like that takes me to a different scene.
Oh, that's always
Okay.
fun.
So,
It's going to be on a different collision layer. It's going to interact with the player, and then it's going to change the scene.
right. So the collision layer and interact with the player, kind of like what we did for the box. To change scene, I can give you that right away. What you're gonna do, just click in this script somewhere and just type get tree.
Well, hang on. I need to make the exit object first.
Just throw it in the script so I can show you what it is real quick.
Okay.
Because I might have to head out in a bit.
Oh, all right.
But if you just like inside that function type get underscore tree.
Get tree.
Yep. Close parentheses. Or both parentheses, yeah. Dot change scene. After the parentheses.
Oh,
Dot change scene, yep. And then you put in the path to whatever scene you want.
okay.
So the easy way to get the path is if you look in your file list on the left-hand side, you have test.tscn in that file system. You can just drag and drop that into your script.
All right. Cool. Oh, so wait, I can
And
just.
so-
That is cool.
Yep.
So wait.
And so that will automatically load and change to the other scene.
Okay, so wait. Since it's only one scene, will it just like? Oh, it
It'll
just
just
resets.
restart.
Okay, that's actually helpful for another thing that I wanted to do, which was implement a reset button.
Oh yeah, that works.
So I if I reset, I just change to the current scene. There's no shortcut to that. I have to
I think there's like get tree dot reset or something.
get tree dot
I have to look it up every time, but I put it in all my projects because it's
get
useful.
tree dot current scene.
You could do get tree dot change scene to the current scene if you wanted, but that's kind of a lot.
No, that sounds about right.
I know there is an easier way. Just give me a sec. I find it in my script.
Current
Get
scene.
tree dot reload currency.
Get tree dot reload current scene. All right. All right. Now, if I do that, works just the same. All right.
Perfect.
Now I'll do that to player. I'll put that on player move because I have in the input map I have restart. If event dot is action pressed restart, and then we just Control X, Control C. All right, and then yes, excellent. Oh, that is. I like that. Very good.
Yeah, awesome.
I have a working game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, to have a different scene, I would just click new scene and then copy all the stuff from the old scene to make it in a different arrangement.
Yes, easier. You can just right-click on your current scene and duplicate it.
Okay.
If you want. But yep, that's the general idea. And then make sure you save the scene.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, that's how long have we been streaming? About an hour and a half of doing that, and I'd say that's pretty good. I'm ready to start making stages. I don't think I'll do that on stream. I think I'll do that on my own time, and then when I do head back on stream, I think I will add in the theming because that's all of the game's code, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Huh. Gee. So
it's nice
the
when you
script
get, all the
I can
pieces made and you
change.
can just sort of step
So
back.
wait. I can change the scripts on a level by level basis, correct? Or no?
You'll have to make a new script.
Okay.
But you can change specific variables. Like, you can change how the signals are linked up.
Mm-hmm. Right, because, I guess... Oh, so will the signals not work the same in a different scene? Or will they by default? Or do they change scene to scene?
They'll change scene to scene, right? Like, you won't have the exact same button and barriers in every scene.
Right.
So you'll have to reconnect them, however you want them to be connected.
Mm-hmm. I think it is just kind of the same, this one button is connected to the one barrier. I think I might do a thing where I have two barriers at once.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you can do that with signals too.
Yeah, okay. And then I was going to have a puzzle where I would do... Let me think. I would have a puzzle where you are supposed to not press the switch until you press a different switch, because if you press the switch, then the box you push would go into, a crevasse created by the barrier being removed. So, yeah.
Sense.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. I think that is it for this stream.
Sweet.
Thank you for
probably
helping me
head
out
out as
with
well,
this.
so.
Should I put you in the credits as programming consultant?
Oh, that sounds fancy. You don't have to, but
I am going to because I don't think tutorials are this in depth.
they definitely are. It's just hard to find what you're looking for quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad I'm able to help.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to trying to make my game full screen. So
Nice. Good luck with that.
the current challenge, which is harder than it should be.
My I think I'm just gonna like have it have my game perpetually 4:3 this
Yep.
size screen. You know, keep it old
Yeah,
school.
just keep it. That's what you should do. But yeah, I'll see you later.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. All right. That's the stream. That is not the. Okay. This is the end of stream screen. Thank you for coming along. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. But yeah, I think I believe next time you see me stream, I will have most of the game, and then from there, it's just I add in things to make it look and sound nice. So yeah, see you then.